Good morning, family. Good morning, family. Don't forget, grow some trees, grow some food, grow something. Let's get started. As you guys can see, I used my old trellises to line the bottom of this bed. They are doubled and tripled and anything that I can to keep gophers and anything else that wants to burrow up from under to get inside of these beds. And just as I started filling this bed with all of the things from the fall cleanup, I'm going to do the same to that one over there. This helps cut down on all of the soil and the fertilizer and compost that I'm going to need to fill these beds up, because if you can't tell, they're pretty big. These guys are pretty huge. They're 28 inches wide, 26 inches tall, and this one is 8 feet long. As you can see, this one is in L shape, but at its longest point here, it is also 8 feet long. This panel here is 5 feet. So this would take a lot of soil and a lot of compost, a lot of fertilizer if I was just going to fill it completely with those elements, but nope. I'm about to cut down all of this stuff out here, and it's going in the bottom of these beds. So the kids decided they wanted to help. So they're making things a lot easier on me. They're picking up all of the debris and they're taking it over there and putting it in the beds for me.
Because it's so hard for you.
It's so hard for me, thank you. So yeah, they're dumping it over there in the new bed. Still have a long way to go. Started tackling this hedge. Did the tunnel over here. And now I'm tackling these two climbing Sunny Susan plants. So hopefully I'll make a huge dent in this jungle before I gotta go in and do homework and snacks and all of that other good stuff. Look at that, all of that good nutrition going right in there. They're gonna feed this whole winter garden. Whew. As you guys can see, fall cleanup is continuing. That was a monster. Been out here for about an hour and a half now. Look at all of this. I enjoy letting my summer garden grow wild, but at the end of the season, I have an entire jungle to cut down out here. And like I said, I'm removing plants that no longer bring me joy, so I'm gonna have room to put other things in there. So the geraniums are no more. I'm gonna clear out that spot back there, pull up all of that, cut the bamboo back, but I'm not gonna cut it down. I love the privacy that it gives us. But there's still a lot more to go, but we're hitting 97 today, and I've got errands to run, so I'm going to leave this for now and let some of it dry down a little bit, and I'll be cutting it up and putting it over there in those beds. Whew, family, when I say I am tired, I am tired. But today is Friday, the Sabbath is about to begin, so I was running out of sunlight, and thankfully The hubby came home in time, and he came out here and did his thing, and he carried most of this over here, and I have been just kind of smashing it all down in there, and hopefully by Wednesday a lot of this will have dropped down. So I'm about to go inside, get cleaned up, and have dinner. So I will be back in a couple of days and pick up where we left off. All right, family. So once again, I have to stop what I'm doing because I have some kind of animal problem. I don't know what it is this time, but something has, I guess, broken into the vent that leads to under the house. So we had, the screen that goes across there, plus two 2x4s pushed up against it with a brick in between each one to give it a lot of tension so it couldn't be moved. Well, something has actually scraped away until it moved the 2x4 and pushed the vent in. So I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna have to go and remove the vent to create a new one and get it in there. So I am walking along the side of the house to go remove the vent, and yeah, I got a machete with me. So gonna have to figure this one out too. So already I'm seeing some activity here and a lot of paw prints. Got a little digging, which is usually what the skunks do. Got another spot here. I'm not sure what I'm about to find. But whatever it is, you guys see that? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to remove that grate and build another one and replace it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull that off of there, and I am gonna take the air horn and go to the other side of the house to the vent, and I'm just going to blast that thing under there, and hopefully whatever is living under there will come running out of this side, and I'll be able to close it up, because I really don't want to close it up if there's some kind of animal in there and then we end up with a dead animal under the house. In case you guys were wondering, nope, I am not one of those people who's brave enough to go under a house. That is definitely not me. So I am going to get this done as quickly as possible so I can cover that right back up. So I took some really old scrap wood that's just been kind of laying around and collecting cobwebs, getting all dusty and dirty, and I just cut out a frame that I measured to the same length as the original grate, and now I just cut out some wire mesh. I really don't feel like dragging out the air compressor and the nail gun, so I'm just going to sit here in the shade, and I'm going to nail this to the frame, and hopefully I can get out of this heat. I know everybody's heading into fall right now, but we are back in the hundreds out here in SoCal, so it's pretty hot right now. I'm already sweating, so I'm going to go ahead and knock this out, and then I'll be replacing it back over there on the side. because these nail heads are not big enough to actually fill these holes, I'm going to be knocking them in at an angle to hold this down in place. But right now I just want to kind of set a few nails in there to hold this where I need it. So I'm just going to do the same all the way around the edge until it's all completely secured. All right, so that was done. Just a quick fix. We get some cooler weather. I'll go back in with the nail gun and secure this even more. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this back around and stick it in there. And hopefully that will keep whatever was going in there out, and hopefully it's not still in there. All right, so I just set that back in there, but you know what? It's not as tight of a fit as I would like. So you know what? I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna add 2 extra pieces around the sides. Check the top. Yeah, the top is fine, but I'm gonna add 2 extra pieces around the sides to make that a tighter fit in there. All right, so I think that's a little bit better. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this piece down in here too, and then secure that back up there and see if I can kind of secure this to the ground a bit. So with that extra piece of 2x4 on there, I didn't really need the brick on this side anymore. So that's in there pretty tight. I hammered that in with this side also. And actually didn't realize I secured that also. So hopefully that will do. I'll keep checking this every day to see how it's going, to see if anything is trying to get in or out. Happy birthday.